B2 has a Discord. Join the hang. Hi. Hello. John's here.
Whoa.
Little guy's here. I don't know if either of them are going to stick around, but they're saying hello. Hi. How are you guys feeling?
We need to sort out the website.
Oh, yeah.
That's not great.
We discovered that our domain is live. Maybe we shouldn't say that live on stream in case someone scoops it.
It might be within a grace period.
Okay.
Music, oh yeah.
Music louder than we do. Yeah.
I'm not used to talking on this screen.
Yeah, no, I usually move it over. In my ears, I can't hear the music at all, so...
What?
I mean, I can hear the monitor, but turning it down the way I just did, I can't hear it at all. Anyway. We're playing Strange Antiquities. I'll do my spiel again just as many times as makes sense. I have shoulder issues at the moment, and I'm currently starting to see doctors for that. I had an appointment this week that went fine. They didn't like do anything, but we set up further appointments, so that's good. But it means that I can't, or I shouldn't, or I don't want to, like lean over my desk and do a lot of typing or drawing at my desk until I have a better setup and like stretching system and stuff like that. So we're doing some more unusual streams, such as today we're playing Strange Antiquities. What? I have a... my back? I have a back. Unlike you. You don't have a spine, you're spineless. That's just a fact. Anyway, let's get into it, I guess. Do you guys want to sit down? You don't have to stand here anymore. Hello. Okay. Is game audio? I don't know if I actually set up game audio. Testing. I didn't set up game audio. That's cool. That's awesome.
What capture style are you using? Window?
For the game, yeah.
Oh, you should use game capture.
Yeah.
That will also capture the...
Okay, hold on.
You might want to delete the original capture though.
I will, but I'll just do
Game capture 3 is that's the preferred one. Specific window. Capture? Oh,
what?
you didn't capture audio, I don't think, but
Capture.
all the way at the top.
Okay. And then remove the other capture.
Blender.
set as blender.
That was when we were doing
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Strange Antiquities. Working? Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
We want to turn down the game, but I want to turn down the game. Yeah. You is that? What is that?
The little guy. As a thaumaturge's apprentice, there is a lot to learn. Every object must be treated with care, and it is important to identify the harmful from the harmless, potent from the mild. I know this font. It's called Kalam. Anyway. I have to click the screen again. It was only supposed to be a temporary arrangement when Eli left the shop. Strange Antiquities in my hands. None of us knew that by then the pendulum was already swinging with a terrible certainty that could not be stopped. The ravens were an omen, a circling unkindness of black wings, and cheerless cries that seemed, even then, to signal the start of a rising dread.
What is this game?
Strange Antiquities?
Yeah, you didn't know the intro.
Oh, I guess not. I assumed that this would be the intro. We have to identify objects. We have to. This is gonna be. If you were placed in a shop and you don't know what anything is, and you only have your master's notes, and you have to identify them based on description. I've been called away to assist in an urgent matter in Ravenglass and must leave at once. I'm leaving the shop in your care, with some reluctance, I might add. Make use of my reference materials. Here, take this. Thank you. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. If in doubt, study it carefully and remember that there are some powerful artifacts here. Under no circumstances should you seek entry to any locked drawers, cupboards, any locked doors, drawers, or cupboards. In fact, safest not to touch anything at all. I should be back in a few days. Right. Ooh, oh, there's a lot of... And everything swings. Damn, okay.
How does it do that?
I don't know.
I'm just moving the whole room.
Ooh, I can just, like, put this anywhere. That's cool. There's also a cat.
How does it do that?
I might have to turn controller sensitivity up. The thaumaturge. Eli White. Eli's the thaumaturge. Collector and curator. I don't want to read this. He knows firsthand what can happen if the right precautions are not taken. He doesn't tend to show much emotion, but he does have a more tender side. A side that is mostly reserved for the store's cat, Jupiter. And here's the cat. Hello, kitty. Or more accurately, Eli is Jupiter's thaumaturge. Jupiter found strange antiquities, perhaps drawn to the curiosity within, and made it its home. His business is his own, but it largely consists of regular naps, terrorizing rodents, and midnight explorations of Undermere and beyond.
Devourer of souls.
What he does is I didn't think of. Hey, look at that! Hey, hey! I can click on it, but it doesn't do anything. Thanks, dude. Use the D-pad to navigate. Whoa! Shit. Okay. I might have to use mouse and keyboard for this. It's just... He's like, don't touch anything. And I'm like, cool, I'm gonna touch everything. This is a plant.
Where is it?
Or is it? It really does make the whole... It's a little nauseating.
Yeah.
Where'd I put the book? There. Oh, I have to right-click it, okay. Guide to occult objects. Oh. Oh, this is cool. Hearing charm. A simple trick that amplifies sounds. Hearing charms take the form of animals known for their hearing. Okay, so essentially what we're going to be doing is, based on the notes in this book and the things we have, we will be identifying to the best we can what we think each thing is. Okay. So, Thomas Pope. Congratulations! Today is the day you meet the great Thomas Pope. That's me. I'm a man of two loves, fresh mountain air and a little white dog called Hamish. But I reserve some room for laughter among friends and shots with cats in them. If you'd be so kind, I'm looking for a replacement for my hunter's boon. Okay. Move the cursor over different parts of the object to inspect it. Okay. Oh my god, okay. Okay, okay. So... So we want to find... Hunter's Boon? Hunter's Boon. Hunter's Boon is a primitive item. They grant the power of the predator, enhancing perception and agility. They're made from trophies taken from slain beasts, with those from the deadliest predators being the most prized. They're simple items without embellishment. Okay. Like a skull or something. Simple items without embellishment. And it's probably made of... like... What is this thing? It's probably made of... Ooh, okay. What is it with hard ridges? Yellowy brown. Yellowy white color. Gives me a sensation of power. I have nothing to remark. That's a good choice, I would say. That looks like it's made of brown twine, bone. This one actually says it's made out of bone, though. That one just looked like a tooth. Horse fibers, hard and somewhat rough. Soft sound like a serpent's whisper emanates from within. Some kind of evil quality to it. I do not like to hold it. Okay. I don't think that's what he's looking for. We're gonna give him this one. Can I label it? Can't. Hunter's Boon? Ah! Oh, this is a lot. Okay. Give him that. Identified. This is a tiger's tooth, a trophy from a predator. On closer inspection, it gives a sensation of power. Selenic totem. These carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. They sometimes feature crescent shapes, associated with both Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. Okay. So I just get to keep the item at the same time? How, like, thorough do we want to be with... Let's do, like, that's a hunter's color, right? Do green. And then... Ooh. Nothing to remark. Can I get out of... Get out of this, please? Please? I'm stuck in Zoom. Okay, that worked. What is this? I have a growing fear deep within me. I cannot let it take hold. Okay. This thing looks at me. Should we try identifying what we can now? Is that, like, worth it? I'm gonna put this away. And then, what is going on here? If I take this, we take it here. This doesn't seem to do anything. Okay. There's a lot of things going- Whoa! Finder have stored a couple of items in the cellar of the wine merchant next door. We don't know where this goes. shadows here? Because these shapes are the same. Yeah, they repeat on the way around. If we find any more of them, I guess. Ooh, and I can move things around. Okay, that's good. On thaumic fields. All thaumic objects produce a field of sorts. Although invisible to the naked eye, they can be observed by placing an object over a thaumic lens. Diurnic field pattern. Fields are not fully understood despite attempts to study them over the years. I love this. This is very... like we've made up science for you to understand. Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. There's a lot here. So, what do you say? Stored a couple items in the cellar of the wine merchant. And that's next door. Stranger. Okay, we're at 29. This must be. I can just go around. Okay, the proprietor, Mrs. Cranmore, grudgingly grants me access to the cellar when I explain that I'm from Strange Antiquities next door. Yes, we'll take a lot of them out of here, would you? I can't say no to Eli after all he's done for me. But I don't like the thought of those unnaturals in my cellar. He gives me a bunch of stuff. Oh, I think that goes with this. Maybe? No. Doesn't look like it fits. But we'll hold on to it. I'll put this with the bottles. Put this with our pendants, I suppose. Let's get our animal statues section going. I love this. This is sick. This also doesn't fit. I love this thing. No. Animal skull. Get our animal section. I also remember we have all this space out here, so I'll put our animals over here. This thing. Fossilized creature. Dude, this rules. This, ooh, okay. So here are weights. That's useful. Can we just, like, get a description of everything? Is that worth anything? We can also just, like, pet the cat as much as we want. It's always worth it, I think. Move this up here so we can access it. And let's pick this back up. Okay. I guess we take our next customer. Jack Hungerford. Nights are drawing in again. Dark shadows hide dark deeds, or so my father used to say. Feels like the shadows have grown darker since he passed 2 winters gone. Creeping dark is set up in my house. I'm told a shadow hold will draw it out. Okay. It's a little scary to be giving things to people. Let's try a shadow's hold. Shadow hold, or a shadic vessel, is a container of any kind, sometimes a jar or a bottle, or some sort of box. It can be used to contain an oshadic spirit, a dark manifestation known as creeping dark, pulling it from the shadows like poison from a wound. They are decorated with an elaborate design called a shadow catcher. Okay, so we're looking for a bottle with a design. This looks like it. Made of clay and cork. Hard and somewhat rough. These markings have been carved, spongy, pungent. I have nothing to remark. It might be empty. I'm gonna say shadow hold. These icons mean nothing to me right now. Oh, the labels are different if you're doing like a pendant or a bottle of some kind. That's cool. I think those are all the bottles we have. So I guess we're gonna go with that. Identified. We got new book content. And auto-labeling options and settings of adding labels by hand isn't your thing. No, I love to add labels by hand. What does that do? There's like a rattling noise. Oh my god. Huh? Hmm? Hmm. Okay. Interesting. We'll keep that in mind, I guess. There's so much here. Is it worth, like, traveling somewhere else? Let's go to the pit. Wanna go to the pit? There's the pit. Pit. Pit is a scorched black hole, perhaps 5 meters in diameter, that has an unnatural look to it. A wooden fence has been erected around it but has not been maintained in some time and is broken and collapsed in places. Nothing grows in a wide circle around the gaping chasm. The earth is brown and lifeless. That's the pit. Cool. Can I, like, drag this into... No, okay. Explore. Okay, that's just... here. The convent. Okay, what do we have here? Greywick Farm, Strange Horticulture. Strange Horticulture was the first game, and that was why I'm playing that now. Playing this now. Strange Horticulture was very fun. And this seems to be, like, way more complex, which is very exciting. Period plant shot on the edge of town is a quiet haven away from the bustle of the center. Ordinarily, I'd be delighted to while away some time there, but I have important work to do. And yet, an hour later, I find myself leaving the shop with a potted palliance and a weight off my shoulders. I've been chatting with the proprietor about the similarities and differences between our two disciplines, with a gently purring hellbore curled up in my lap. Can I label this? I can't. It's kind of a thing. But it is a palliance. Spoilers for the first game, I guess. That's as much as inspecting as I can do on it. The way I want to do this, but I'm not sure it's, like, exciting, is I want to go through the book and see how much I can identify right away. And then come back to quests. Might also be worth just, like, going to every area in the map just to see it, but I, like, don't know if that's gonna mess something up either. 32. The Eye. Arrangement of rocks resembling the Stonehenge site, but on a smaller scale. Arranged with purpose, though what the purpose was remains a mystery. The locals call it the Eye. There's nothing else to see here. Interesting. Let's take another customer. David Schaefer. What's with all these ravens flying about Undermere today? Can't remember ever seeing anything like it. Not a good day to be the sort who believes in dark omens. A letter for you. Yes. We discovered some papers in a hidden desk drawer in the boat yard last night. Mr. Jones almost threw them in the fire pit, but I almost threw up. Just looking at them. Almost threw them in the fire pit, but I asked to take a look at them first. That man does like to burn things. They look old. Maybe there's nothing of much use here, but I thought of you when I came across an entry on the shin. Charlie Weathers. Is that it? Oh, should I go to the boatyard? What is that? Boatyard. The yard has seen better days. A mess of broken and rotten timber covers most of the outdoor space that isn't taken up by upturned boats, slowly being claimed by the weeds. In the middle of all this, a man looks up from repairing a small rowing boat. It must be from Strange Antiquities, he says with a smile. He takes me into a dilapidated office where the 2 metal buckets collect drip of brown water, and a thin window pane rattles with every footstep. He pulls a sheaf of brown papers out of a desk drawer and places them gently in my hands. Thank you. Ooh. Sleep vessel. They help people to stay awake beyond any natural limits by restoring their fatigue. Over time, and repeat used to become more and more difficult to handle, though the undreamed nightmares within are beginning to seep out. Does that all go into my book? Apparently as an afterthought and somewhat reluctantly, the man gives me something else as I'm leaving. I have no use for it, he says. Don't even know what it's for. Item discovered. It's a thing. No. Sleep vessel. Points of a sleep vessel. I didn't see what the other things were. Okay. They're in there somewhere. Ooh! Oh! Interesting. Can move candles around. I can switch candles around. Interesting. What are you? Nothing. You have nothing to remark? Inner perception? You. Cool and smooth. Green marble and iron. That's it? That's all you have to. Okay. Jeez. It's an eye that's looking at you and you have nothing to remark. Can we do like a quick check through for what this thing might be? Let's get a good look at it. It's got bronze, got some double squares on it, and a sense of crackling energy flickers in the depths of my mind. Okay. Ooh, this one might have to do with the fossil one that we saw. Remains of bygone creatures have been used in thaumaturgy for centuries, from petrified teeth and bones to trilobites, ammonites, and devil's toenails. The guise of Lillian is one such item that makes use of this ancient source of power. Where did we put that? This one. This might be a guise of Lillian. Put that there. I wanna do like a quick search through for the thing I saw, but not that. These belong to a series of objects that were designed to slot into armor or weaponry. Interesting. That breath contains it. Nothing. Nothing yet. Okay. Let's just go through as they would like us to. I want an Ossic ring. Ossic. That's a pleasing word to hold on my tongue. Okay. Ossic ring. These somewhat macabre objects were originally made as offerings to the goddess Korchin. The practice fell out of favor as belief waned. They're hard to come across now, but they're occasionally sought out for their ability to keep vermin at bay. Some say they can hear Korchin's unearthly hiss when they hold an Ossic ring up to their ear. I think we already found one of those. Yeah, a soft sound like a serpent's whisper emanates from within. So, I think that's this. Give it a circle. Okay. Yeah. The stone's items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is never less important and should not stray more than a hair precisely from 1 pound. They're placed on the chest of those in a coma to draw them out. Interesting. So that's... our scales are actually gonna matter, eventually. Got the cat. One must. I'm still curious about... are any of the items we've gotten... had that symbol on them? I think that's just our sort of generic blank page. We could try the sleep vessel. Where did we put that? Here. Or the shadow hold, I guess. That's not a sleep vessel. Okay, well. Interesting. We try traveling again? Did that turn anything up for us before? Go to the woods. They step deeper into Heathwood, the trees begin to change, first sparse and twisted, then thick in shadow. I want to explore further, but something holds me back. Maybe another time. Okay. That's a good cat right there. Takes a pet like no problem. I guess I'll just keep doing it this way. Edmund Bishop. The behavior of these ravens is disturbing to say the least. As a rule, they only come together to feed. Ravens are omnivores, carrion eaters mostly, but they'll take anything they can get their talons into. And they'll kill if necessary. I didn't plan on dropping in today, but there's something happening out here and I'd like to know what. Voice of Cernunos. A voice of Cernunos might help put me at ease. Might do the opposite. A lot of words. A lot of words. Okay. We've got a voice of Nunos. Used to refer any bronze torque that has certain imbued properties. With skill, such an item can be used to read the patterns of nature that are otherwise hidden to us. Cernunnos is a pagan god of the forest and nature, typically depicted as a man with the antlers of a stag and often wearing or holding a torque. Okay, so I do know that this is bronze. This was a good potential one. Pointy, polished, pointy, bronze. This one's also bronze, but has other stuff in it. It's also bronze. What were we saying about any bronze torque? What is a torque? Is this his torque? The thing around his neck? Because we also have one of those. Bronze. Uneven texture. That looks right. That sounds correct. I think that's probably our best one. Let's try that. Yes. I've never heard of a torque before. Similar looking item appears around the neck of... yeah, okay. So it may not be a thing that is otherwise defined. There are some who stay away from spirit eyes, believing them to be a window into the world that should not be seen, and others who regard their fear as nothing more than superstition. Not clear exactly what they do show. Another layer beneath the visible world, perhaps. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. They draw their power from the opposing symbols inscribed upon them. That might be this. Okay, what did we say this was? Port of Vernos. Don't know what these symbols mean. I like how this fits the shape. The words. I don't want to end the day. Maybe we should go traveling. Scent of damp hay lingers in the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. The farmer listens caves briefly, offering little more than a nod. I don't think I'll find anything useful here. We went to Strange Horticulture already. Top of the hill is a cluster of grassy mounds, the barrows. Whoever is buried in them must have been important in their time. Okay. So we can also like look for things to bring with us to these places, maybe? Are these here because I put them on the shelf to take, like, with us? I don't know. Try exploring. These are checked off. Church. Church is old and the roof in need of repairs. Moss and lichen add splashes of color to the otherwise gray exterior. I wander around to the back of the church where an old yew tree stands. Its gnarled branches scratch gently faded gravestones in the breeze. Pastor strays into my moment of quiet reflection and imparts some local lore. The tree is known as the Witch of High Green Church. There are those that believe it to have unnatural powers. While the tree lives, the witch's fingers cuts from its limb are alleged to provide healing through pain. That might be this. This is... nope, it's made of flesh. Never mind. This one might be. This one's definitely wood, and it's made of yew. Witch's finger? Witch. Witch's fingers? Question mark? The hospital. Peeling paint and hollow corridors hum with echoes of hushed voices. The stench of death clings to the stale air, turning my stomach. I have no desire to linger. Okay. We went there. Lockhouse. Ivy strangles the iron gate, creaking loudly as it opens. Behind dust-cloaked windows, somebody watches me approach the old house. Got the brass door knocker waiting for an answer that never comes. Cool. Went to the boatyard, the Stockside Rock. Natural monument looms over the town like a relic, its weathered surface heavy with the weight of Undermere's murky and tangled history. Take a moment to ponder its secrets and carry on. Nice. I'm assuming most of these won't have anything the first day, but it's good. I feel obligated to look through. Old jail stands silent, its rusted iron bars the only thing separating me from the ghosts of former prisoners. Take a quick look around, but there's nothing to find here. That was the jail. Museum of History. That could be useful. Museum of History has a quiet grandeur lined with row upon row of trinkets and curiosities. Unlike Strange Antiquities in that regard, though I doubt there's much of use to me here. Curator ushers me away. Eli and I have agreement. You know you're not to take anything from the museum. Also, like, there's all these places that are across from other things that I definitely will not know to go to until hinted at. Spoken word. Theater is in surprisingly good condition given the rather ramshackle state of the rest of the town. Shake my head, remembering the time that old Benjamin Marsh mistook a real sword for a prop one and accidentally stabbed a poor lady in the front row. Props and costumes have no use in my line of work. Keystone Manor? Keystone Manor exudes quiet luxury. Its hall is maintained by a handful of discreet, tight-lipped staff who decline my request to meet the family. Market Square. Bustles with life. Stall holders call out the wares and town cars spread the latest gossip to eager ears. Few remember it was once a place for witch burnings and executions. This is a lot like Salem, Massachusetts. The Twinings? Unusual, sprawling series of grotto-like rooms filled with handcrafted carpentry, ironmongery, and pottery. The workers are too engrossed in their craft to offer any assistance. I'm excited for these places to matter. Town Hall. The bloated, ineffective institution tangled in its own rules and regulations. For the greater good, we were promised. Nothing ever changes in Undermere. I have no interest in going inside. Blacksmith Guild. Live with the rhythm of hard work, iron-heated, hammered, and shaped into purpose. There's a rumor that a guild of assassins operates from here. I'd love to poke around, but I'd rather not run afoul of a sharpened blade. Interesting. Convent. Convent is an imposing building. It appears to be designed for secrecy. Few windows that look out onto the street are small, for the most part covered in sturdy iron shutters. The sole entrance is a large iron gate bearing the sigil of the League of the Ephesian Heart, a twin-headed snake. The gate is locked. Should I stop and just go? I guess, yeah, I'll keep going back. I'll just do the next day. It just feels like I really don't want to miss something. Okay. Anything we should, like, definitely go to? We'll just end the day. Oops. Hold on. Controls are a little hard to get used to. Oh. Ooh, there's a limited number of days. Okay. Black mare thundered through the icy rain, shining wet in the silver moonlight. Her cloaked rider was exhausted, cold, and soaked to the bone. He knew he would not survive the night if he did not reach Black Barrel. Oh? What are we doing? What is this? Manacles. An escaped prisoner ran northwest. He hid me in the first building he came to. Okay. I know where to go for that. An escaped prisoner? The old jail. Is there a new jail? He ran northwest? That's northwest. But would that be here? Yeah. The dilapidated warehouse is dark and imposing, and the struggling flame of my lantern does little to pierce the steps. I slowly search through its contents with a sense of despair, wondering if I'm even in the right place at all. And suddenly and unexpectedly, I uncover something of value. More relieved than elated, I take the trinket back to the shop, further study, and a warm drink. What the fuck? Polished. A huge black gemstone streaked with red. Claws made of iron, and this is wood. It has no scent. and it's not evil or anything. Okay. Or it doesn't instill a fear in me. Okay. A little terrifying. Hello, kitty. I like that it lets me try these as keys. Anything can be a key. Sort of. There's so much going on here. Okay. What the fuck is this? An energy about it. Substance flakes off and leaves a mark on my fingertips. Iron, gray metal flecked with dark red. It's not rust, it's blood. Ooh. Alright. Verona green. Oh well, that's just perfect. Undermere fizzing with fear over these raisins, and the thaumaturge has left his apprentice in charge. Sorry, my dear, that was rude. Pay no attention to me. I'm an old lady who just got out of the wrong side of bed. These ravens have got under my skin is all. Please do let Eli know that I was looking for him next time you see him, and pass on my thanks for letting me borrow his copy of Hermetic Symbology. Ooh, we got a book. We got a book. Hermetic Symbology. Oh my god. Okay. There are 3 branches of thaumaturgy. Each of these is split into 2 disciplines represented by the following symbols. Now we're getting into magic science. Celestial, diurnal, and individual. Ah, okay. Imbuements. So now we can start, like, identifying things. Can I? I'm gonna have to write this down outside of the game so I can keep track. 'Cause it's so much. Earth, air. This is genuine, alchemical stuff. I don't know about light and dark, but earth, air, wind, fire, those are real. And then these are real. Mundane elements and planetary metals. Seasons and weather. Frost, heat, ice, Wicca. Okay. Okay. So we can identify these symbols. Let me write these down. This thing got the do and the triangular one. So the right one was cold. Damn it. Right one was cold. The left one was heat. So those are opposites. And I do it this way. Ooh. No, I don't want to do this because it already has the symbol on them. Also, they're not the ones that I need. Okay. This one has the like inverse heart symbols. Can we do what kind of, where do those come from? Insanity. Okay. Insanity. Let's make the color like just so we know we're like just labeling based on information and not you have to have a whole system here. Labeling based on information. This one is not that kind of symbology. Or this one. This one is. And it's just a straight cross. Which is vinegar. Also, wait, I'm wrong. Protection is the double squares one. This has a we have a protection symbol right here. That's nice. Where did I put the other one? There was one that had protection on it. Right? This one's protection. And what do I do with that one?
Not sure.
Hello.
Huh?
Not protecting against you, clearly.
What? I've been here the whole time.
You've been very quiet.
Yeah, I've just been watching.
Do you know where I put that protection symbol down? Oh, this one is protection.
Sorry, I should specify. I've just been watching Little Guy.
There we go. How are you doing, you two? You could identify all of these. You can help me? Oh, this is all sorts of stuff. There's so much going on here, my god. It's a video game? Yeah.
Yeah, he did identify it.
Did. Oh, so these symbols down here, this one says insanity. And that, like, circle with a dot is calm. So, our meter can go from calm to insanity, I guess? That's a little concerning. I wish I could see things in the back. Fear is up top, and then confusion is in the middle. So the game is telling you about itself. That's a lot to take in. Do I have to turn the moon to that arrangement? That might be what it's trying. It made a noise. But I don't think that did anything. Okay. Well then. Oh, and then there are these symbols over here on this thing. Which is a... what is that? Moon. And then ox with a bunch of lines through it. So... is that... do we count that as the same moon if it's pointing the opposite direction? Oh, that says witch's sign here. Witch sign. Moon's pointing the opposite direction though. Does that matter? I'm gonna assume it does. Maybe it doesn't. Is this a symbol? No. Okay. Well, we can take another order, I guess. That's Sherwood. I feel paralyzed. I have no job, no partner, no friends, no prospects. I heard a horned shackle might be the answer. Sure, I'll get on that for you. Horned shackle. Horned shackles are used to bring about change in one's life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. In use, the horns are rubbed between one's fingers, causing them to become worn smooth over the year. They can be worn as pendants, but are more commonly totems of some kind. An example. Okay, so some kind of something with horns that's been rubbed smooth. Hard and somewhat rough. That hasn't been used. That makes me nervous. Giving the wrong thing. What about this? Heart feels smooth. Okay. I like this one. Put that on the potential shelf. We're gonna give you this, because it sounds like specifically possibly related. There you go. Item has horns. Closer inspection revealed that the horns have been worn smooth. Vestiture can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. Ooh, that's cool. So I can use the candles to like identify. Ooh. That's really cool. What? Hello? Is this turning blue? Or is it just like white over a glowing white thing? There we go. Yeah, that's glowing pale blue. Yeah, that's definitely pale blue. That's so cool. This game rolls. Vestiture? And what did I say this was? Horn shackle? I'm gonna label this green because it's helpful. It was like a good thing. This one was kind of neutral, I think. That was about like understanding. I'm gonna label it blue. This one, I don't remember. Ability to keep vermin at bay. Kinda neutral. Very cool. Okay. King! Hello, Mr. Mailman. At least the weather's looking a little better out there today. Thank you for the mail. Off to your lighthouse with you. Good day. You might be interested to hear that my plow overturned a strange-looking object yesterday. Come to the farm, it's yours. For the right price, of course. John Royston. That's to the farm? Okay, where is the farm? Here. Scent of damp hay lingers over the air as crows pick at the muddy ground between weathered stone barns. Farmers... Okay, a different farm? Is there a different farm? Oh, Royston Farm. That's probably it. That's probably the farm. Mr. Royston. John grins as I struggle to hide my obvious interest in the item he shows me. Any hope that he might not be fully aware of its value quickly evaporates, and after lengthy negotiation, I reluctantly hand over the amount he originally asked for. Alright. That's a cool shape. Put it in our weird hanging animals charms collection. Julia Braddock. Ah, Jupiter, we meet again. Our paths crossed late last night on Princess Street. Shared a moment before he slunk off into the dark, on important business, no doubt. Wonder if you can help me. Visiting my grandmother later, and I wanted to bring her something. Lives all alone in the edge of town, out on Clanbrook Road. I don't always manage to get out there as often as I'd like. I thought maybe a moon heart would bring her some comfort. What if I visit her first, What'd she say it was? Where'd she say her grandmother lived? We're visiting her grandmother first. Clanbrook Road. Clanbrook. On the edge of town on Clanbrook. I'm wasting my time here. Oh yeah? Okay, yeah. Right. Sure. I guess I am. A moon heart, you say? You've got it. Do I have that in my book? No. There's an index in the back that may be useful to you. Okay. Thank you. Moon heart. I see. Carved totems, more commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment of feeling, such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. Sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Selenic and Noctic disciplines. Indeed, the form of the item itself will often have a connection to either the moon or the night. So... warm, hard, and cool. Nothing to remark. So it should give you a feeling, though. We're looking for something that gives you a feeling. Wait, okay. My heart feels lighter. Made of bronze. Raised detailing. Can I... Let's mark down. Should have something of these. Or... What did we say? Associate sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with Hellenic and Noctic disciplines. Form the item either have a connection to the moon or to the night. That feels like it has to be it based on what I have. Does this has some like symbols carved into it, which is not. Got a which is not, right? I thought this is the best I can give you. Nope, that wasn't the item. I should slow down and think this through more carefully. Whoa. Okay, I fucked up. But this isn't giving me any feelings. I guess like it can be filled with feelings. We're looking for a four-way rounded cross kind of thing. That doesn't exist. So things could go poorly if I get this wrong. Like, this looks nice, but anything in here? I don't see anything moon-shaped. Not like a... Nothing that makes... Don't like how this makes me feel. Okay. Nothing to remark. Sense of crackling energy. Nothing to remark. Something moon related. Doesn't look good. Let me read this again. Hellenic totem. Are commonly known as moon hearts, can be imbued with a sentiment or feeling such as love or joy, and then held tightly to recall the same feeling. Sometimes feature crescent shapes associated with both the Hellenic and Noctic disciplines. Connection to the moon or to the night. And that It said love or joy. So do we have love, joy symbols in here? We don't have love or joy. Neither of those are like emotions that you can summon, I guess. It could be this thing. It's certainly like moon type things. Got that, got this thing. That feels... Nope. That wasn't the item I'm looking for. I don't have anything that's like making me feel good. Oh! Since when did it say that? Overcome by warm, loving emotion. Okay. There you go. Selenic totem. Or moon art. We can do one of those if we wanted. God, why was that so hard? Did I like not have it clicked? Daisy Winters. A friend of mine, or former friend, I should say, has been stealing jewelry from me. 3 necklaces have gone missing over the past few weeks, including one that was a gift from my late grandmother. I have a suitable pendant that I could leave lying out for her to find that will teach her a lesson and make sure it never happens again. I need to make a choice here. There are no wrong answers, but my decision will no doubt affect the events in motion outside my shop. I see. Okay. Binding seed or Zia? What have we got here? That's the wrong thing. Binding seed. These items are made of 2 distinct materials. The winding path, the mind is described as by a spiral encompassing the body. Binding seed is a form of punishment that emphasizes feelings of guilt and shame. Or Zia. Warned about the neck to place them close to the heart, these innocent-looking items instill a sense of fear or paranoia that can be difficult to remove. Made of any single material except wood or clay. Typically of no symbol. So do I want her to feel fear and paranoia or guilt and shame? I guess guilt and shame? And have her confess? This one might be the Zaya. Let's try for the binding seed. So, made of 2 distinct materials. The winding path described by a spiral encompassing the body, the seed. So something with a spiral on it made out of 2 materials. I think that's this. Yeah. Dark wood and stone. That seems right. Yeah! That's binding seed. Seed. Bindend seed. Sort of neutral, I guess. Makes you feel bad. Not dangerous, though. Put it yellow. Also, I'm gonna turn on, like, auto-labeling so I can, not worry about having forgotten labeling it myself. Coolio. Ooh, I can put things in my archive. Exciting. Okay. Dang. I found a man just now in that house where all them ravens were. Which I hadn't seen, but I did. He was sheet white, but it was his eyes that are gonna give me nightmares. All black they were. Like, he weren't there anymore. I'm not gonna try a Cockney accent live on air, but I could. I don't need to wait around for another sign. I'm taking my family to Sedberg and I'm taking a libula to get us safely through. What's a libula? Libulae are reported to offer reassurance in times of upheaval and change. They are not held in high regard by most scholars of the occult. That being said, an imbuement of wisdom shows that a libula is not merely decorative. There's power in symbology. So it has the wisdom symbol on it. Let's find a wisdom symbol, shall we? Wisdom has this M shape. Big crown M hat kind of thing. Which I think is this. There you go. The item bears the symbol of wisdom. You got it. Good. I can put the... Nope, there's no wisdom symbol available to me here, unfortunately. But that's fine, I guess. What I wanted to do next was some of these mentioned locations that might be worth visiting. A reminder of death. That says 4. Is that a clue to something? There's the ram. Okay, U Labyrinth at Castle Morrigan. Castle Morrigan. Anywhere? Balgarth Hall. I don't see Castle Morrigan or the U Labyrinth. No. Okay. Probably for the best that we don't get stuck in a labyrinth of our own guilt. And then this said... Notice the eyes of the forest. These ancient artifacts enable one to enter the minds of lesser creatures. It is alleged that Tyrannos himself wielded an eye. Hard to come by, they're powerful and should not be used carelessly. So that'll probably get us into that part of the woods that we were worried about. Lamb siphon. Deep snap. Orford spire. A mether, the thaumaturge links to the inner mind. Hot tea is made from it. Okay. Scenic totem. Shadow catcher. Shield charm. Shimmer. This may be helpful later. Deep vessel. Unbond. Messenger. High Green Church, home of the witch. So this guy told me about that. Okay, so that's all of the locations in the book so far, I think.
It's 24. It's possible. Yeah. Oh, oh. That's something. That. I don't know what to do with that. But it's there. What does that mean? I'm scared. I'm confused. Hmm. Okay. I guess we'll end the day. Deep pain radiated down the side of the rider's head where he had sliced himself with the diverging hook, and his thoughts were scattered and torn. He could not see out of his left eye. Thank you for the subscription! Oh, right. Is that a... What is that? Key? I guess I can just find that on the map? I get to... We're looking for a little one, and then a chunky one, and then a U-shape, and then a... That here? Sort of. Yeah, there we go. A narrow gap between the two houses, and I spy a small wooden chest wedged firmly inside. Slowly I manage to work it loose, and when it finally comes free, it shoots out onto the hard ground and snaps open, revealing its long hidden treasures. Ooh! I think? No, not quite. Some interesting shapes going on, though. Things that look like they should go together. But don't. Hmm. Francesca Robertson. No, morning. Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm Francesca Robertson, a doctor of sorts. Assume you heard about Mr. Hungerford. It seems to be a talk of the town already. I'm used to dealing with maladies of an occult nature, but black eyes are certainly unusual. I've heard of something like this before, but I don't see how it could be the same thing. Either way, I'm hopeful an evocant will have some effect. Okay, we read about those. I drink. My throat hurts. These stone items weigh the same as a man's heart, according to popular myth. The truth is a little less dramatic, but the weight of these items is nevertheless important and should not stray more than a hair from precisely 1 pound. Okay, so they're stone, and they do not stray more than a hair from 1 pound. No, absolutely not. No. This isn't not that far off from a pound. Pretty good. What about this thing? No. What about this thing? Oh, that's pretty good. That's better than this, I think. Yeah, I think we got it. A Daedalus link. A powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. It feels extremely fragile, however. Be prudent not to take risks. These items are surprisingly light in weight. Designs vary, but they may point to some facet of flight, a feather or the wings of a bird or an insect. That's healing, I guess. It might be this, because it doesn't have any, like, bird aspect. Temperance Parker. I had a quiet chat with Edmund Bishop in the Guilty Ram last night. Always got an interesting story to tell, but last night he was different. I could tell he's worried, which has got me worried too. No, it's not much, but I'd like a shield charm all the same. You got it, probably. You most likely have it. I'll do my best for you to have it. Such charms make use of art of symbology, an ancient and some would say primitive component of thaumaturgy. They're rarely made of precious metals. This one says protection. Bronze is not a precious metal, right? And they make use of symbology. So what's something with symbols on it? What's a libula? Again. It's probably good. There you go. I'm gonna label you protection and good. And put you with my good things. Can I use this thing yet, please? What? Whoa! What does that do? Can that be anything? it has this symbol on it, so I wonder if I just put things with the protection symbol on it. If I'll be protected. That'd be nice. Can I put other things on here? No. Hmm. Interesting. Interesting. We're back down to sane. That's nice. Hugh Langston. Langston Hughes? Something I want to show you. I didn't like the look of it, so I left it where I found it. What if it's cursed? It was hanging behind an old shed, all overgrown with ivy. Let me draw a quick map for you. There. Yes, sir. Oh, that's the church, right? That's... what is that here? Here? That's taking a wrong turn. This isn't where I meant to come. Oh, that left me actually... That's not good. Here? Wasting my time here. I feel like this shouldn't be making me more confused. That sucks. Okay, Are there multiple churches? There are. Look at the roads, maybe. Oh, okay, wait. Here. There's actually a wooden summer house that looks out over the pond, but it's clear that it hasn't been used in some time. Thick brambles claw their way up over one side of the structure, and ivy covers the rest in a mottled green cloak. I find what I'm looking for to the rear. Parts of the ivy may have been torn away recently, revealing an amulet hanging from a rusted nail. Something else catches my eye as I reach for it, and I notice that there's another pendant hanging next to it, almost completely hidden by the ivy. Thank you, Geek Greg, for the tip. I didn't notice it in time. Items discovered. Oh, it looks like this one. Hang these together, I guess? This is gold and silver. That's sick. Warm and vibrating with energy. Doesn't smell like anything. You get a bad feeling about these, though? Feels a little warmer than I would expect. Bronze. Nothing to remark. And this is the one we already had. Orange gemstone, wood, gold. Warm. Polished. Sounds are muffled in its presence. Okay. Eli's picked a bad time to leave Undermere. Come for the Hungerford house, but I've been helping— hey, Dr. Robertson, and looking for any clues about what happened there. There wasn't much to go on. I did find a shattered Shattuck vessel, but whatever did this was no creeping dark. There's a strange black stain on the flagstone floor that I didn't like the look of. The ravens, very unusual, but they seem to have at least dispersed. Don't know what to make of it. Then take a trip to Gleeston Castle to see if Edmund Bishop can shed any light on their behavior. But first, I would like a vestiger. Whatever this is, we don't want it spreading. I'm pretty sure we've already identified what a vestiger is, so let's give it a shot. Nope. Vestiger can be used to prevent the spread of disease and pestilence. Among other oddities, flames burn pale blue in their presence. I think that was this. Yeah, baby. There you go. The banishment of Hobbs, Fear, and Noctic Sight. Okay. Sorry. That's a Vestiger. Protection? Protection. From disease. Put that in the archive. Is there anywhere worth exploring right now? People mentioned Hungerford a few times. But I don't know. Lockhouse, Boatyard, Side Rock. I don't see it. And we were losing sanity for traveling too much. So it might just have been because we were getting it wrong. What? Also, how do we use this? Use a field, fizzle. They can. Okay, they can be observed by placing an object over a thermic lens. Right. We still don't know what this is. We took everything out of here. This might be a thermic lens. But we can't open it yet. Alright, well, we'll just try again. 2 days earlier, the writer and his fellow adventurer were deep underground, exploring the tunnels below Kirkhead Tower, when they made a discovery. The elation at their find would soon turn to horror. Let's remember to go to Kirkhead Tower. Sorry, took a bad time to take a drink, I guess. Fancy key. After disagreement between two houses, I was buried behind lock and key. I think I know where that is. Buried behind lock and key. So, lock house is 7. And this is Kingstone Manor, so it should be here. A large flat slab of granite marks the otherwise empty field. Bears an inscription. On this spot, near 1813, Arthur Key did shoot and kill the beloved horse of Wellington Locke. Buried at the foot of the slab, I find an unlocked chest containing a handful of legal documents, as well as a pistol and another item that catches my attention. Ooh. What do you got going on? Made out of slate? It's rough, but the gems are polished. And that's all. Interesting. Interesting. Oh, that might be related to the does that look goat-shaped to you? Gemstones in an area's remnant are arranged in the shape of the constellation that shares its name. So it's like 3 close together, like dot 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 dot. So dot 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 dot. And if we look at what we just got, this looks like a dot 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 dot. I would say. So I'm gonna give that a tentative Aries remnant. Does it say anything else about those? Light and shadow can be felt through touch. They're sometimes used by those who work in low light conditions. So... But it doesn't seem to do that. Do we have like a dark space that we can test this with? Not really. Okay. Can I close it in the dark space and then... No. Okay. Eli White, what do you want? Well, the shop is still standing. That's something. Say what you will about Undermere, but this town is never quiet for long. I leave a few days and suddenly everyone's talking about ravens and curses. Pretty neat to find Verona to get up to speed on what's going on. Guess I didn't come away from Ravenglass empty-handed. I always rely on quiet Susan to unearth an interesting trinket or two. Thanks, boss. Ooh. This might be the Daedalus thing. Green porcelain. Feathers. Pinkish. Old and smooth. Smell like rotten egg. Huh. I don't know what I'm doing here. Makes me a little— ooh! It can be anything though. Or it can be just weights, I guess. Things of a certain weight. And interesting. I wonder if this will do anything. I said I wanted to explore that tower, right? There's a tower. Alfred's Tower. That's the only tower, I guess. One, two, two. Climbed a narrow winding stair to the top of the tower and am rewarded with views across Lake Undermere. I'm not alone in the tower. Standing in the center of the circular platform is a statue of a young woman, the maiden. Her outstretched arm points due east across the rooftops of Undermere and beyond. Okay. Bleak stones? Bleak stones stand in their circle in quiet defense of time. Once home to witchcraft and rituals, now abandoned, silent and still like the surrounding lake. There's magic here, I can feel it, but nothing left for me to uncover. Cool. I don't know what to do with that. Guess we can keep going. Oh, she's got the thing about her neck. I'm not a good person. Pushing away the only people I care about. Help me to do better, please. I have to change, but I don't know how. What do you have that can help me banish my inner demons and make the changes stick this time? Banish inner demons and make the changes stick. Come on. Make the changes stick. So I think... demon... at this. Change in one's own life, bestowing the ability to overcome personal demons. And we want a horned shackle. I believe we did this. There you go. Hope that helps. Francesca Robertson. Vivekant didn't snap Mr. Hungerford out of it, unfortunately. Strange, at times he appears almost awake, but he is deep in some kind of trance, and I can't get anything out of him. He must be searching for something. Beginning to suspect this is beyond my skill set, but I'm not willing to give up so easily. I know it's a bad idea, but I'm gonna need a sleep vessel to get through this week. Alright. What do you need? Sleep vessel. 6 points to a sleep vessel are said to represent the 6 thalamic disciplines. Help people stay awake beyond natural limits by restoring their fatigue. Over time and repeated use, they become more and more difficult to handle. It has 6 points. It has 6 points. This looks like it, but it's missing some of its gems, which makes me a little concerned. Like, that could be a bad idea to give her. This has 6 points. And it doesn't... Somewhat painful. Nothing to embark. There's a darkness to it. It holds untold fears inside. That could be the nightmares thing. This looks... That's got blood. 6 points. Does it say that it's in a circle? 6 points. Over time, they become more difficult to handle. Oh, no. Could be any shape, I guess. Darkness to it. Untold fears. I think that works. 6 points. Closer inspection reveals the darkness inside. Point towards nearby resonant objects. Hold on, I'll read that one. That might help us. Only objects that can be detected in this way. Resonant objects are highly prized. But I don't seem to have a compass. That's not helpful. Oh, I do have a compass. Ooh, can I, if I hold stuff around it, will it... Maybe it will move. Maybe it won't move until I've unlocked it. Interesting. That doesn't move it at all. Seems like maybe this is resonant. That'd be cool. Get into finally. I don't think we have anything that will open that yet though. Oops. I used to make the hairs stand up on the back of my neck. Hold. Oh, blue liquid. Althea O'Shea. Many years ago I owned a silent breath, but it was already old when I inherited it, and its power died soon after. About time I replaced it. You got it! These are... okay. Consider the white heart a prize to be claimed, but there's no glory to be had from killing such a noble guardian of the forest. Silent breath contains a small token from taking a living white stag. While the stag lives, the item will retain its power, allowing the bearer to sense danger before it arrives. There's something containing heart of a white stag. It's made out of clay. Containing part of a white stag. Do I even have that? Silent breath contains a small token taken from a living white stag. Something that contains... Mother? Oh, this could be it. Strong odor, and when I shake it, it rattles. That could be it. Did I say what that sign? It just says vinegar on the outside. Nope. Sorry. I'll try better this time. It fills me with a sense of foreboding. That could be it. But doesn't the stag have to be alive? While the stag lives, the item will obtain. Yeah, so. A white hair. Ooh, that could be it. What is it? I think. Yeah. There we go. Alpha stones can be used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as praxis or burning blood. Planetary metal used in these items is associated with the Selenic discipline. Action is also reflected in design. We're almost at 2 hours, and I have a thing at 8. But I'm enjoying this so much, even with like no one watching. I really want to keep playing. If someone is watching, please speak up. Just so I can get a better gauge. Geek Greg. Yeah, this is a pretty interesting game. Yeah. I also feel like it's just like we're just about to get an item that's gonna like unlock a bunch of other stuff, which I don't know, maybe that's like gambler brain. Well, that's how it feels. Let me at least finish out the day, I guess. And then we can come back to it. Or what, or, you know? Oh, okay, yeah. I'll finish out the day. See if there's any loose ends we can finish out. And then we'll call it. And maybe I'll do this again next time, or I'll play it on my own. It might be hard to resist. I'm gonna label this Daedalus jar. Daedalus thing. Because I have a feeling that's what it does. Rufus Shelley. I always wanted to try a Daedalus link. I have personal interest in the Celestial branch, so I'm not completely new to such things, nor am I ignorant of the risks. Now I have a good reason for it. I need to take care of some roof repairs, and this would seem the safest way to approach it. Give it a shot. Oh, that was not a Daedalus link. I'm so sorry, sir. The powerful object capable of producing a levitation field. The field is extremely fragile, so it would be prudent not to take risks. Surprisingly light in weight. Designs vary, but they might point to some facet of flight. Feather or the wings of a bird or insect, for example. Okay, so let's try weighing it. I can just give him a weight. That's interesting. No, we already identified that. That could be it. Let me give this half a weight. This is lighter than half pound. This is About half a pound. That's heavier. This is not that. Not Daedalus's. I can tell you that. Are these leaves? Feathers? I think the best thing is that floating thing, right? Oh, okay. Oh, I passed out. Oh! A deep fear has taken root. I must break the hold it has over me. Okay. Click a segment of the seal and bank the dice to break it. Okay. I'm sane again? Maybe? I am sane again. Okay. So this is not it. It's gonna be something that has feathers on it. Or wings. Okay, that was it. That's not what I thought it was gonna be. It's very lightweight. It is very lightweight, that is true. Let's tag it. Neutral. Should organize this better. Unidentified stuff. Identified stuff. That's not right. That's fine, right? Evil feeling stuff. It's over here. This thing is fascinating. This is a good thing, I think. That's an interesting mechanic. Yes, I thought it was just gonna be over, so it's very interesting. Like, how often are they gonna let me mess up? And how does that get harder each time, maybe? And what the fuck is going on with my clock? I wonder if these three numbers have to do with these three slots down here? That's 10, 12, and then like where do I get those numbers from? Oh, come on. These are not numbered. Ooh, that has an X on it. Why does that have an X on it? Interesting. And I'm also curious what... I want to go back to strange horticulture. I could use the rest, but there's work to be done. Yeah, okay. Because plants would be really useful. Edmund Bishop. Hello again. The ravens are back, I see. Looks like it's gonna be worse this time. After speaking to Rowena, come to extend an open invitation to visit Gleason Castle. The family has lived there for generations, and I know their artifacts would be of use to you gathering dust in hidden corners. All I ask is that you stay out of the South Tower and the master bedroom. Run anything you find by me first, of course. Okay. Walk past the main staircase and turn left. Oh my god. This is a lot. See? I knew there was about to be something. Walk past the main staircase and turn left, follow that corridor down to the end and go through the door on the left. There's a small plinth in the corner of that room with an item on it that you're welcome to. Never did like it anyway. So, past the main staircase, turn left, follow that corridor down to the end, and go through the door on the left. Okay. Plinth is not hard to spot. In the corner of the room next to a small writing desk, a glass jar houses the object mentioned in Edmund's note. To gather the item and turn to leave, my eye is drawn to a green book on the desk. The author's name is of particular interest. Pick it up and find Edmund on my way out, who encourages me to take it with me. I try to insist on paying for it at least, but he won't entertain the idea. Oh, yay, a gemstone book! I was wondering when we were gonna get one of those. Or else, okay, so that was... Let's figure out these symbols really quick. Come on. Actually, let me write them down. I believe they're all basically alchemical. So, I'm gonna write them left side, top to bottom, middle, and then right side, top to bottom. Not that you guys can see what I'm doing, but... but I think this is better than opening the book every time that I have to, like, look over and over. I do from, does anyone read, what's it called? Her name's Antimony. Why can't I remember what it's called? It's a really good webcomic, and I'm like still caught up on it. Mars in Winter, Rising in Summer. Mars in Winter, Rising in Summer. Oh, I can change maps. Interesting. I already forget what he said about, like, staying out of the master bedroom and stuff. But we need the symbols. So... Bismuth. And then Mercury. Antimony. This is tin. Jupiter. Iron is Mars. We should get Mars then. Phosphorus. You know what? This is not helpful. I should just copy this straight. I'm so sorry.
There's antimony arsenic. As much see. It would be great if I could just go into that. Yeah, I'm sorry. You'll have to picture it for me. Phosphorus. Platinum. Thulium and thallium. Copper's crazy, whoa. Gold. Iron and Mars, lead and Saturn, Quicksilver. I like that it used to be called Quicksilver and we switched over to calling it Mercury. Like, we didn't start calling silver moon metal. And tin is cool 4. I'm going to use the bathroom and then I'll be right back. So let me put this on BRB and I'll finish up with this day. Be right back. Oh, let me mute. That's probably a good idea.
BRB? Yeah. Not on my watch. Because I'm here now. Temporarily. I've been here the whole time. And also little guy. You like to watch? Yeah. Have you already solved this game? You don't know? Oh, I guess you're not playing the game. You're just you don't have control, so you can't get every little. It's okay. Yeah. People watch play. What? People. Yeah. Yeah. Be goofy. What's this? Notes. Huh. What kind of nerd takes notes during a video game?
Are you calling me a nerd?
Yeah.
Did I hear little guy? Where is he? There you are! Oh, yeah, I guess so.
I missed you because you weren't saying anything. You were what?
Oh, he was reading a book, yeah.
It's not really there then. Anyway. Okay. Well, we're gonna go to this map again. So I've written down most things, not everything. Looks like we're still missing a few. Are all of these... Sounds like cooking? Maybe they enter the castle kitchens. Large stairs make my presence conspicuous, so I lead them to it. I need to exit the current map event if I want to explore a new location. What? Legite est discite. I read and I learn. Or read and learn. What? Okay. Oh, I have to click OK. Is what they're saying. Let's go with the... This was a mistake? Oh, because I went to the room I already went to? Where's Mars? Does Mars right me? So Mars is the masculine symbol. Neat hedge and worn pillars frame the space. Gravel crunches underfoot, the only sound in the otherwise quiet courtyard. There's no reason to linger. That's it. It said do not go to the second story tower or the master bedroom. Piled up on a reading desk, I find books on ornithology alongside bestiaries of the old world. You can learn a lot about a person from the books that they read. Okay. Wasting my time here. So I really shouldn't, like, go to too many places that, I've been told, haven't been told to, because people will get mad at me. Or I'll get confused. Should I go in the master bedroom anyway? He told me, like, specifically not to. This one's labeled gold, and I would like to go there. Nope. Okay, that's enough. The vaults. Vaults are blocked by a large iron door. It has no handle or keyhole, and it does not give in the slightest when I push against it. I realize that it has been thomically sealed, but that's not much help. It's not clear what I need to open it. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Let's read about gemstones. Come on. Why am I so bad at reading books? What the hell? Amber, diurnic, yellow or orange, sometimes containing impurities. Did I? Nope, that's... And they have symbols under them? Pale blue or turquoise. Bloodstone. Dark stone for dark purposes. Calming stone of peace and safety. Calming stone of the earth and nature. Malachite. Striated, the fourth eye, a stone of sight. Anchor between body and mind. Stone of protection and enveloping night. Stone of fire and fury. Pale yellow, stone of straight. Black and striated, a stone of the night and of darkness. There are some who fear it and some who are seduced by it. These are interesting shapes going on. Dark blue green, a stone of death and decay. It grows on iron coffins and waterlogged corpses. Hmm. Hmm. I want to go in the room that he told me not to go into. I'm going to it. Grand four poster dominates the room, but my eyes drawn to a portrait on the far wall. It depicts a brown-haired woman of simple beauty with raven perched on her shoulder. Elizabeth, Edmund's late wife. All at once, I realize I'm protruding this personal space, and I leave feeling guilty and uneasy. I can take it. Silver. Stone. Cool and smooth, rough and pitted. Ethereal quality. Wait, this is pointing slightly northeast. Is my shop pointing northeast? Because that would be a really funny detail. Where am I? I'm at 29. I am pointing slightly northeast. Right? But wouldn't... That's cool. That's a nice little... That's stupid, but that's a great detail. Mars in winter, rising in summer. Conservatory. Potted plants line the edges. Rand, Jacobsworth, and camphor among them. It's peaceful, save for the distant chirp of birds, but it's time to move on. I don't want it to be time to move on. I want to play the video game. Must have taken the wrong turning. This isn't where I meant to come. Have I clicked all of the things? I think I have. I'm wasting my time here. Okay, fine. I don't think I can tolerate more confusion. What are you? I would like to identify a few more things, if I can. Finally featuring Memento Mori that acts as an aid to recollection. Empty ecumenical as an ominous presence. Memory cannot reside in both the mind and the ecumenical at the same time, and it cannot be stored indefinitely. When a memory has been left for long periods, it can begin to emit unpleasant vapors. Okay, so I think maybe this is an ecumenical? Because it smells like rotten eggs, it said. I like that I can just try anything with that. Let me see. Let me write down these gemstones and identify a few of their things as well, I think. Or should I find things with gemstones first and then? I don't wanna. This is not a stone. This is a stone. This is a dark blue-green gemstone. Means dark blue-green Vivianite. Stone of Death and Decay. Okay, this is Vivianite. Okay. This is green one. Not that green. I think it's jade. Yeah, this one's gonna be jade. There are some better ways to write notes, like in the game, but it's fine. This one's bloodstone, I'm pretty sure. This one... Pearlescent blue glass. Does this glow? This does glow. Interesting. Oh, it's not a gemstone. This is purple. Ah, amethyst. Stone of containment. Why am I so bad at... Oh. Calming stone of peace and safety. That seems probably like what that's like. Yeah. So that's Iolite. I think we already know that that's an Ares remnant though. Then there's this one. Which is malachite. I think. These are both orange stone. Which I think is amber. It looks a little different. Is there a better orange one? Not topaz. Yeah, that's so those are amber. Amber. Ooh, okay. This one, okay, black. These are opals. Alright, well, we'll end the day. I said I'd go to the end of the day, but I really want to keep going. What time is it? 6:30? My next thing starts at 8. I'll go to 7. And then we're stopping for sure. At the end of a long passageway, after days spent clearing away dangerous rockfalls, the duo came upon a chamber. In it they found a small stone tomb, too small to contain human remains. Wait, I'm going backwards, I guess? I have to find a building shaped like that? At least they gave me the cutout. It's huge. It's not even like... That's not what I meant to do. Oh, is this like one of the rooms? Portrait of some dead lord eyes me suspiciously as I enter the room and start absent-mindedly opening drawers. The room is cold and austere, and I'm about to leave when I spot a crate under a chest of drawers. Could be something. Ooh! Hello. Got a bunch of moon things going on. Get our mail. Not sure about this fog today. It's an eerie atmosphere out there, especially with those damn ravens back again. It's usually fierce black dogs I'm to worry about, not big black birds. Better off inside, I reckoned. Wish I could give you something, man. Triangle has intrigued me ever since I first heard about it as a young boy. What caused the pine trees to grow like that? Did someone plant them? I know you'll at least have heard of it. But did you know this? I calculated the exact center point and there's a small clearing there. Can't be a coincidence. What's more, there's a certain energy about it. Not entirely welcoming either. Wonder if you might take a look for yourself? Thomas Pope and Hamish. I do think we looked at the triangle, right? Yeah. Sure enough, as I approach the center, the curious triangular corpse at the heart of Keith Wood, I come across a clearing. Trees that split in two stands at the center. Sunlight breaks through and I take a deep breath of cleansing pine and earth. Almost immediately struck by a sense of ominous power. My intuition tells me that there's something unusual here at the heart of the wood. I examine the broken tree and notice some strange markings carved into the trunk. Heart beating faster. I spot something else embedded in the wood. 3 pendants arranged in a triangle. Fancy. Oh, this one's got all sorts of stuff going on. This one's got, I think these are the seasons. You unlock? No. You unlock? No. I'm gonna do it quick. Count it. I know one of those is winter. Yeah, snow, hail. I think it's just all of these. Snow, hail. Okay. That's holy. It's been many years since I've performed the rite of the red knives, but I can still remember every step. I'd do it one more time before I die if I could only get my hands on an ore-forged spire. Tried that place in Arnside, and they sent me here. That place in Arnside. I should also be looking for something that will unlock stuff. During the Rite of Red Knives, the ore-forged spire is fully submerged in goat's blood for 9 days and 9 nights. When performed correctly, the rite is said to impart vitality and clarity of thought, but perhaps not for the goat. Right, is said to impart. Okay, I think I know what this is then. This has been covered in blood. You're welcome. The League of Amphisian Heart uses these items as part of its current initiation rite. Their guard secrets are closely. It says they have worshipped the ancient nameless gods, communing with them via the broken path. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon hard against their cheekbone, form of drawing blood. They perform this act nightly for 49 days. 7 sevens, which the scar will forever mark them. Okay. I don't know what color that should be. Not, like, appealing, I guess. This has been done. That page had an X on it also. Makes me wonder, like, if this is one of the items we need. 6 is... Six was on the, like, Memento Mori page. I think it's this. And then, how many numbered pages besides that? This is 1. This says... No, this says 4. I don't know if that matters, but... I'm just looking for quick... like, anything marked on the pages by someone else. I think that X is like the one. I've noticed, at least. Really cool art here, also, if I haven't said it already. Hello, boss. You go away for a few days again. Or the Black Veil will have the information you're looking for. Right, may be able to shed some light on these events. The only problem is I burned that bridge long ago. Could you hand me that guise of Lillian? Won't be the first time I've used one to get around their hatred of me. I identified this, right? Thank you. This inspection, yeah. Rebecca Rose. Hello. Oh, is that a cat? I has to be completely gone now, but it's good to know I still have my cat senses. Do hope I'm in the right place. Daughter told me about a shop that specializes in unusual items. My life's joy has been painting. Without that in my life, I'm afraid I'm a bit of a loss. No, I'll never see anything again. If there's anything in your question that might help me paint again, I feel a little foolish for asking. It seems such a small thing, but to me it means everything. Aries Remnant or Spirit Eye. So I know... Hold on. Aries Remnant induce a form of synesthesia. Colors, tones, light, and shadow can be felt through touch. And then, what was the other one? Spirit Eye. I don't have that on. Yes, I do. To represent the 6 atomic disciplines. They help people stay awake. No, that's the wrong page. Leading them to be a window into the world that should not be seen, and others who deride their fear as nothing more than superstition. Not clear exactly what they do show. A layer that requires something more than the traditional senses to experience. I think that's this. Hot, cold, and malachite? That doesn't sound that dangerous. Fourth eye, a stone of sight. So yeah, that one would let her see something. But the Aries Remnant would give her synesthesia by touch. One does seem more dangerous than the other, but like, not too bad. I want to know what it does. If it lets you see hot and cold? Or something? Giving her the Aries Remnant. But I'm gonna write this down. What was it? Spirit Eye. Nothing to remark. Clarence Hawker. Those ravens have done for 3 more poor buggers. 2 of them up at Cowgarth and another fellow a fisherman. People here are getting a bit panicky around here. Nothing natural about folk turning up with eyes all black like that. Now there's fog, too. The night's drawing in, and with me working late, I refuse to walk down Holbrook Road without so much as a lantern. I had something nice and bright in mind. A sunbond. I think that's that thing. Small, lightweight, designed to be carried discreetly, and made of non-precious metal of some kind, housing a gemstone of light. Carry the warmth and light of the sun, brightness that can pierce the darkest gloom. So it's not that. It's going to be a gemstone of light, which... we're gonna find quickly. I believe it's amber. Fire and light, heat and life. Yeah. We want something with amber. And their warmth. They're warm and bright. Feels warmer than I would expect. Let's give it a shot. Hell yeah. Audrey, though. Bend your ear to the trees. Hold your paw out to the wind. The ravens can feel it, can you? Something's stirring. I'll need a Holgan Grim through the coming days. Holgan Grim. Holgan Grim. Eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar in various rituals relating to death and the afterlife. Sacrament to ask for his protection. Wolfsong's truth to seek his judgment. Path of the warrior to help the dead find their way. Eerie creations are worn. What is going on in there? Eerie creations are worn by priests of Holgar. Okay. The sacrament. Ask for protection. Wolfsong's truth. This one's hard, actually. It looks like a mask of some kind. Path of the warrior? Vivianite. I think that's it. It's the only thing that like looks a little bit like a mask. Let me just check the Vivianite. Death and decay. Wolfsong's truth. Path of the warrior? Sure. Alright, well. Mask is an eerie item that can be worn. The sketch shows a priest wearing the mask with their back to us. Using the index, we can find a sketch of Holgar, to whom the mask bears a striking resemblance. The gemstone is Vivianite, a stone of death. Alright. I got some of that. These items depict the god Karuna in his non-human form. They're heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a more modest exterior. Interesting. Okay. We have 15 minutes left. I want to try identifying a few things that we haven't done already. I think we got that one. League of the Ephesian Heart uses these items in its grim initiation rite. They guard their secrets closely. Nameless gods, the broken path. Do we have anything? We only have that one. Acolytes must press the tip of a talon against their cheekbone to the point of drawing blood. Do we have anything talon shaped? This one's already identified. This could be a talon. I'm not ready to identify that one. I think that's all we've got that's like talon shaped. Could be one of these. Got that one, got this one. Small topaz gemstone known as the eye is placed in a strong smelling liquid. Small tokens such as rings or amulets perhaps submerged in liquid left for a full cycle of the moon are cleansed of simple imbued curses and hexes. Of course there's a limit. So I think, okay, where's the bottle? This one was labeled as vinegar, so I'm gonna guess this is the classic purifier. Made from basilisk scales, material known to endure intense heat, these unusual objects can permit the bearer to withstand fire and flame and remain unharmed. They do not, however, offer protection against the deadly basilisk itself. Do we have anything made from scales? No. Actually, I should put a question mark on this so that I don't confuse it for something I've already identified. Only made from scales. I don't think we do. Nothing looks scale-like here. I'll move on. Gotta stop doing that. Elvastone. Used to relieve the discomfort caused by otherwise incurable ailments such as Braxis or burning blood. Planetary metal used with these items is associated with the Selenic discipline. Connections also reflected in their design. Turquoise. Is turquoise Selenic? We don't have a page on turquoise, do we? Is it just that it's described as turquoise? Aquamarine, stone of water. No. Planetary metal, which would be planetary metals would be copper, gold, iron, lead, quicksilver, silver, or tin. So it could be one of these. Selenic discipline? I don't know which metals are associated with Selenic. We'll have to come back to that. Ethereal key. Designed to be hidden from prying eyes. When activated by moving the object in circular motion, the key is revealed by its gemstone of light. These are rare items and not generally known outside of atomic circles. Gemstones of the night power. The gemstones of the night power the concealment charm. So something black with something with black stones and white stones. It should be something that can open that though, I think. Moving the object in a circular motion? If I literally do this, is it gonna... Or is it just if I attach it to something? I think I've tried all of those on the lock and they didn't work. Okay. These ancient artifacts... I think we found this already. No. Let me see... Voice of Cherna. Valiant Chernas. Worn by him? They said they were worn by him? So, I don't see what it could be except that moon thing. Upside down moon thing. But that's this. I think we're at a loss on I had a loss on that one too. Alleged that he himself wielded an eye. It looked... He also had like a cudgel looking thing and a snakes around his arm looking thing. We don't have either of those, so this could be it though. This is an eye, but maybe not. Got that. Hearing charm. While generally used by the art of hearing, they are curiosity that can be enjoyed by young and old alike. Form of animals known for their hearing. Do we still have that owl thing unlabeled? We do have this bat. Nothing to remark. Every sound has become both louder and clearer. If you hold it over the cat, it should purr, I think. Okay, so we figured that out. That's cool. Alright, well, let me label that, because that's nice. What was that? The hearing charm. Hearing charm. I was hoping that would do something, but it doesn't seem to have. Okay. Heart chamber. Best skull in the catacombs, said to be that of beast Blencathra. Olgar's followers believe that when he slew it, he trapped its soul along with its power in an item known as the Wraith Chamber. Heart chambers are based on this mythical object, but they've morphed over time in a way to keep those dear to us close to heart after death. One of these looking things. I don't think we... Hunter's boon. Looks like he's wearing a hunter's boon and then like a... Ooh, he also has that thing around his belt. A lot of things. So one of these three, we don't have really anything that looks like those, I would say. And I want to assume it's the coffin one, or maybe there's a face in that one? It's hard to tell. I don't think we can label that one yet, though. Got that one, got that one, got that one. Lamb Siphon, used to reverse the effects of the Black Heart Curse. Skilled hands required to perform the procedure, drawing the curse from the body over several hours. The instrument was made using a dried seed pod of a sheep snap plant. Don't think we have that. Gotta put this away. I don't see anything... Yeah. Seed pod-like. Lead heart. Items depict the god Nunos in his non-human form. They are heavier than they look due to a core of lead hidden by a modest exterior. That's pretty heavy. Nunos in his non-human form. We don't have any other animals, so that was it. Got that one. Moonstone Guardian for the banishment of Hog's Fear and Noctic Sight. Taken to take the form of a comforting guardian. It might be this lady. She's pretty comforting, but I don't think we have a way of knowing. We know the compass. Restful Mether. Linked to the inner mind. A hot tea made from the Dranthium plant is drunk from them, taking on different properties depending on the type of Mether. A particular type can be used to enter a meditative state and bypass the rush and clutter of consciousness, promoting clarity of thought. We don't have a cup for that. No. But good to know we'll be making tea later. I gotta stop doing that, man. Protects against insanity against all its forms. So I think that's... Did we already use that? There's the one that I labeled like protection insanity. Did I move it? It had 4. Yeah, it's this one. So that's... What did I just say that was? The... Sextrum. Sextrum. I'll put that here really quick. I'm putting these here in case they're like things that have effect on sex on me. Maybe they're not. Got that one. That one. Series of objects that were designed to slot into armor or weaponry. They induce calm rage in the face of the unimaginable horrors of battle, allowing the bearer to stay one step ahead. The Knight of Thorns famously wore a shimmer on his chest plate, but it didn't save him. In the Battle of Sutherfell. Knight of Thorns. So that's the only place he's mentioned. That's a unique shape. It's probably this. I'll put that there. Is that a place we can go to? Sutherfell? Sutherfell? I don't think so. No. But good thinking, Dana. Maybe. Love it. Okay. I'm trying to bring out the magnifying glass. Combat items are made using materials with connection to the ocean. They began as superstition, simple objects made by sailors and fishermen to keep their boats safe, but with the help of the old thaumaturgists, they became something more, and many lives were saved. Things with connection to the ocean. I don't see anything in particular. Is this like a... No, I don't know what that is. Okay. Got that. Scythian charm. Older Scythian charms are carved out of wood. The more powerful designs may use of the planetary metals. No two are identical. They are used by horticulturists to encourage stubborn plants to thrive. Change with the weather, usually quite cold, but warm and tingly to the touch while it's raining. Okay, so we'll have to wait for a day when it's raining. Now it's cold. I thought that one was warm earlier. If I like put these on the same shelf, do you think it'll encourage it to grow? That would be cool. That would be nice. We'll try that. Where'd all these plants come from? So we stay away from spirit. We got that one. Such in comments that St. John's poppy plant the same name, the fact is reflected in their designs. Quite different uses, however, where the plant helps to overcome deafness, an anvil will dampen sound. It can even be tuned to filter out certain noises, but allow others to be heard still. We don't have that. That's all of our plants. Upon activation, a tenebrine cloak will create a sphere of darkness. A sphere of enshrouding darkness, though a cloak all within its reach. A single stone set in bronze gives power to these totems. Single stone set in bronze. That looks like... could be that. But that seems like the wrong stone. What is turquoise? Stone of water. The other one is green. Stone of sight. That could be it. I don't know why that one has all the seasons around it, though. Could also be this. Got that one. Got this one. What about the inactive placement close to the heart? These are innocent looking. We got that one already. Okay. So we've got all of the items that we possibly could. I guess we're done for now, then. Unfortunately. Because it's past 3 hours and I have stuff to go do. So... I'll see you all. Goodbye, everyone. Thanks for coming. I'll see you, next week, probably. Thank you, Geek Greg, for thanking me for the stream. And, for hanging out. And I'll see you guys next time. Toodaloo. And I'll try... I'm gonna keep playing this for a little bit, I'm sorry. I don't know if it makes great stream content anyway, so may or may not miss out on anything next time. And it's a lot of my voice. So I'll think about it, but I might go straight ahead with playing it more. We'll see. But yeah. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you next week. Go check out Cable 2. Check out the Discord. Check out etc. And I think that's all we say. So bye-bye.